Buonasera teachers, benvenute e benvenuti ovviamente. Quale giornata migliore per parlare di cittadinanza, di educazione civica e di global goals? Oggi infatti è la giornata della Terra. Prima di dare la parola a Louise, che è qui vicino a me, vi vorrei ricordare che i questionari di gradimento vi verranno inviati entro una settimana dal webinar e quando, non appena insomma risponderete alle domande del questionario di gradimento riceverete l'attestato di partecipazione. Vi volevamo ricordare che se avete qualsiasi curiosità o volete richiedere delle informazioni sui nostri ministeriali, Story Lane, You and Me Friends, potete scrivere direttamente a noi a formazione@celticpublishing.com e vi risponderemo. Vi invito inoltre a continuare a seguire la nostra pagina Facebook Celtic Publishing e vi auguro un buon pomeriggio. Chiamo qui Louise vicino a me e bye bye!
Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for the Celtic Publishing webinar, We Are the World, a look at citizenship education and a way that you and me friends can bring it all together. As many of you know, I've been teaching in Italy since 1997, a very long time now. And I have had many years experience in an international baccalaureate school. So I'd like to share some of my experiences with you. And I've been collaborating with Celtic Publishing since last year. So without further ado, we'll start the webinar. I'll talk you through my slides and give you some tips and ideas as we go through. First, I'd like to just talk about what citizenship is and PSHE. Let's start. So, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me, friends, as the new course book that we have been offering to you. So this song was written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie back in 1984, but I feel that the lyrics are ever more relevant today. Teaching our students citizenship is not an additional subject. It's a framework for learning and reaching beyond school to the wider community. So, citizenship in the primary years. Citizenship is now recommended for primary and secondary schools globally. What is it? It is education that develops knowledge, skills, and understanding that pupils need to play a full part in society as active and responsible citizens. Primary educators seek to develop children's ability to take responsibility for themselves and work successfully alongside others, working together to make positive differences in a society where they live locally, nationally, and globally. So, citizenship themes and education for social responsibility covers a variety of citizenship themes, including being kind to others, taking care of the environment, and sustainable development goals. These themes here are specifically aimed at primary school children. However, there are various themes that then lead on politically as well. So values. What are the values and attitudes of citizenship? Well, every school has expectations and values because they help unite a school community. Every society is held together by certain values, and every school expresses these values and expectations. Many schools adopt what's called core values, and they are the highest ideals that reflect what is centrally important to students in and out of school. And these values can be integrated into contexts. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's have a look and I will explain, because the values and context actually build a framework for citizenship. So let's look at some core values. Love, responsibility, respect, and happiness. So these are what I believe to be very important within a school, within and out of school. So can you think of some more core values that you think are extremely important for your school? Type them into your chat box and I'll continue with some other core values and we'll see what you come up with. Positivity, commitment, honesty, creativity, motivation, perseverance, and environmentalism. Okay, so we want our students to be positive. We want them to be committed and honest and creative. We want motivation. We want perseverance from our students when they have difficulty. Environmentalism, to be aware about what's going on in the world around them. Love, responsibility, and respect. Of course, there's kindness. Thank you. We've got some more coming in. Positivity, which I've got. Are there any more that you can think of, perhaps? If not, we'll move on. Okay, so how can we fit these core values into a context? Well, I've chosen the 4: love, responsibility, respect, and happiness. Now, we can fit these into a context of self-awareness. We want students to love themselves, be responsible for themselves, respect themselves, and be happy. We want them to love the family, be responsible within a family, respect their family, and have a family happiness within the family. Again, with school, responsibility, love, respect, and to be happy in school. This context can extend to the community, the nation, and globally. And you may have some theme or logo such as this one here. As you can see, central, you have the 4 core values and around the contexts. So, citizenship essential elements. Knowledge and understanding about topics like what is right and wrong and the importance of rules. Maybe with the younger learners in primary school, you may look at what rules they have at home, what rules they have in school, what rules they like, what rules they don't like, and why we have these rules. With the older children, we can start to look at the knowledge and understanding of sustainable development and the world as a global community. Skills and aptitudes, including expressing opinions and participating in community action. When I say community action, I don't mean that you want to push all of your children to become the next Greta Thunberg. What I mean is that if you communicate in school the importance of reduce, reuse, recycle, for example, then maybe when they finish a water bottle, a plastic water bottle, they will then go out and put that plastic water bottle in the correct recycling bin. That's what I mean by community action. Values and dispositions, including responsibility, respect, listen to, and work with others. Okay, so how can citizenship benefit young people? I think it's absolutely fundamental. It helps them to learn about themselves as individuals and develop self-confidence and a sense of agency, and successfully deal with life changes such as bullying and discrimination. I know in the UK, most school children in the UK will suffer as a result of bullying in their school years. That could be as a result of being the victim, being a bully, or being a bystander. So it's very important to input these issues immediately. It gives our children a voice during their school life, their communities, and in society. So by developing their knowledge and skills, they are encouraged to make a positive contribution and understand their responsibilities both in and out of school. It prepares them for challenges and opportunities of adult working life. PSHE education, personal, social, health and economics education. Now, how does this differ from citizenship? Well, it is an important and necessary part of all students' education. Its main focus is health and well-being, relationships and living in the big wide world. PSHE education aims to teach children the knowledge and skills that they need to stay safe, be happy and healthy. Now, throughout this webinar, you're going to see a lot about knowledge and skills because it's absolutely fundamental. So PSHE and citizenship together, combining both personal, social, health and economic education and citizenship lessons can help children build confidence and independence so they can make informed choices about how to lead lives that are healthy and safe and contribute responsibly to society as active citizens. So I've created for you a spidergram with PSHE and citizenship together as a scope. And this just is to show you the areas of coverage from the teaching guidelines of educazione civica. So if we combine them, you can see what the scope would look like. Positive attitudes to learning. Positive relationships. Support children to stay safe. Promote equal opportunities. Encourage responsible active citizenship. Celebrate similarity and differences. Digital citizenship, that's extremely important today because our children are getting younger and younger with devices without realizing the dangers of the internet. Oops, sorry. And living in the wider world and the environmental education, eco-sustainable development and protection, and the 2030 agenda. So as you can see, the scope is very, very large, but it's a great framework for citizenship and PSHE lessons. It's very, very complete. So So, You and Me Friends. You and Me Friends is a highly motivating and stimulating new course with a storyline based on friendship. The course offers a civic education booklet. We Are the World, and I've got them all here, and I can't wait to tell you all about them. And they are there to promote responsible citizenship through all the essential elements that I spoke about before: knowledge, understanding, skills, aptitudes, values, and dispositions from classes 1 all the way through to 5. All the themes inside these booklets encourage active participation and offers many more opportunities about clear topics in English. So it really is a complete little booklet. I love it. One of the many important areas of You and Me Friends is the acquisition of language through communication and learning by doing. You and Me Friends includes a real strong focal point on all the effective forms of learning in citizenship education. What are those forms? Let's have a look. We have active, interactive, relevant, critical, collaborative, and participative, like a tongue twister there. So the active form of learning, the importance of learning by doing. Active means engaging students with course material through discussions, role play, and project work. So as you go through the student's book and the booklet, you will notice lots of these little captions here that offers children to do different tasks. There's an interactive form of learning, which offers opportunities for discussions. And in classes 4 and 5, you will see in the booklets, discuss in class. So after a certain page that you've looked at, there's an opportunity for the children to discuss those issues. It's relevant as well, the information inside the booklets and the actual course book it has a focus on real life issues facing young people today in society. Now, we looked at before bullying, we looked at digital citizenship, and there's also cyber bullying as well. It's critical. It encourages young people to think for themselves. That's by doing their own project work as well. That's by discussing in a group interaction. It's collaborative and participative because it engages the students in cooperative learning, and it lets them have a say in their own learning. So when you go through the course books, look out for these captions here, because you've got, after story time, there's a focus on the story. There's then the You and Me Pen Friends, which is really learning by doing. There's their project work, their own personal project work, as well as a class projects to do, interaction, group discussion. It's all there. So We Are the World Booklets helps to assist our young learners in understanding about themselves as an individual. It supports students with the knowledge and understanding to play an effective role in society at local, national, and international levels. And each booklet has a focus on a different theme appropriate for each age group. Let's have a look and see what those themes are. So class 1 focuses on emotions, empathy, and respecting rules. So as I said at the beginning, maybe with the young learners, you can identify with your students what rules they have at home, what rules there are in school. and why we have these rules. Class 2, I'm a citizen of the world, respect the planet, protecting nature and keeping safe. Class 3, self-awareness, caring for myself, others, animals, and the planet. Class 4 looks at empathy, caring for others, and caring for the planet. And Class 5, citizens of the world, Agenda 2030, empathy, and digital citizenship. You and me, friends, story time. Now, last week, there was the webinar focusing on You and Me Friends course book, and Claudia Badioli, she spoke about citizenship and the themes such as making new friends, the importance of friendship, emotions, empathy, caring for others, the importance of collaboration, and resolving problems through collaboration. So Claudia spoke a lot about this last week, and as she said, that as you go through the story, even though you're not directly teaching citizenship, you're touching down on each of the themes throughout the year. As you can see, we've got some inserts here from class book 1, where they're introducing each other. Class 2, where they're been invited to a birthday party. 3, 4, caring for others. And students book 5, where the children have to collaborate, and the Italian children get to go to London and do a treasure hunt, but they can only do this through the collaboration of their friends. So again, continuing with story time, every unit of every student's book is introduced to the new academic year. And it's a really great opportunity to introduce citizenship education or civic education, PSHE, into your classroom. Now, in students' book 1 to 3, the story time topics explored are, in book 1, who our new friends are. Okay, so it's all about meeting each other, getting to know each other, and they eventually form a musical band. Book 2, what it means to be a good friend. So here it's about inclusion, inviting the various characters for a party in the woods. Book 3 is about keeping friendships positive and healthy. And here we have Lily, who receives a brand new skateboard from her uncle and aunt, and she allows Ben to use it immediately. So it's a little bit about caring and sharing there. So if we look at Are the World Booklet from 1 to 3, it invites students to investigate their own identity and values, identify what is right and wrong, keeping safe. And there's also an introduction to Goal 12 in the 2030 agenda in the booklet, in booklet 3. So you can see the illustrations here, lovely illustrations to represent what is right and wrong. Here we've got My Friends and Me, where the children get to write their classmates' names. And if you see here, classmates, that's natural English, that's real British English. And here we've got To Stay Healthy, and a lovely little table that they can complete there. So the Sustainable Development Goals in You and Me Friends. In 2015, the United Nations introduced the Sustainable Development Goals, known as the SDGs, And it was a plan to reduce poverty, protect nature, and facilitate everyone to live in peace and prosperity. And the We Are the World booklet actually covers many of these individual goals, from protecting nature, class 2, through to international organizations and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in class 5. So as I was talking earlier about community action, just by looking at this page here about reducing plastic, the idea after having done these activities and having done a lesson about citizenship, about plastic, they will then take on their own action and think, I must put my empty plastic bottle in the plastic recycling bin. Here in class 5, it talks about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So and it focuses on 4 of them. Everyone has the right to free education. Everyone has the right to food, clothing, housing, and medical care. Everyone has the right to share their opinion. All people are born equal, and everyone has the right to be free. So let's take a look at some class 1 and 2 activities that you can easily apply with a focus on emotions for citizenship and friendship from the student's book. So as I said before, it's a new academic year, and Unit 1 introduces the theme New Friends. It starts off with a lovely song. These songs can also be extended after to other rhymes and poems about friendship that you will find on the internet. The vocabulary of this song is simple, and you can create simple actions to the words. And if you look in my in the archives of my storytelling webinar, I tell you how to create different actions with songs. This one's very simple. Let's have a look or listen. You can see, very simple but great for the kids, entertaining, motivating, stimulating. It's great. So the goals, the linguistic goals, you've got you and me, 1, 2, 3, playing together. Let's go back one. Okay, emotions. Now, as an extension here, I think it's really nice to set up an emotions chart. In the booklet 1, it actually talks about emotions. And I think it's a really nice idea to set up an emotions chart and to list those emotions. You don't necessarily need all of these ones. It could be 4, 5, or 6 emotions with the pictures and the words. The children could place their names next to the emotion. It would be nice to start a lesson, your English lesson, every morning. How are you today? I'm happy. How are you today? And elicit from them the vocabulary, elicit from them the language. Oh, I'm happy, and get them to point, or I'm sad, or I'm excited. Okay. Another extension, celebrating differences. I find that this is really important. I feel that we should all look at this in the younger classes immediately. It's great to describe and look at similarities and differences. The children enjoy it and get really excited as well. With this activity here, I've put that it's for class 2 and 3. However, I think it can be easily edited for class 1. So the children can write their names and their age, picture. They can write their friend's name or their best friend's name and age and a picture. And here it's got my favorite food is. You might want to change that to my favorite number is. Okay, and then they can look at the information and talk about it. Simple information that they can give to you. I am 7. My friend is 6. I like blue. My friend likes red. So you're instantly there getting that present simple third person in there without them knowing. Okay, we are the World Booklet 3, focuses on animal welfare, raise standards of care and awareness of issues affecting animals today. It looks at the importance of adopting a domestic animal to a global issue of endangered species, a follow-on to the students' book in Unit 4, so Students' Book 3, Unit 4, and there are lots of lovely pages all about pets and pet care. But what I really like on this page in the booklet is the pet adoption certificate, because there are so many children that would love to have a pet, but for various reasons, mum and dad are at work or they have a small apartment, they can't. So they can pretend, they can get creative and think about what pet name, what type of pet, birthday, a description, and draw a picture. So I think that's a lovely, lovely activity for the children to do. It then goes on to the next page to look at a more serious issue about saving the animals for endangered species. And in here it looks at the giant panda. So we can then combine citizenship and CLIL. An extension would be to list maybe the different animals, those that are in danger, learn their names, find out where in the world these animals live, and then you can link it to a geography lesson, a CLIL geography lesson, which you will also find on page 15 in the booklet. So I'm just going to show you quickly. So it's all here. So I mean, there's so many links within this little booklet. It's fantastic. Once the children can identify where the animals, the endangered animals are in the world, they can then look to see which environment or which landform their habitat is. There's lots of linguistic goals: pet, adopt, donate, animal shelter, endangered animals or species. You can look at different countries for geography and the landforms. So the nice combined citizenship and CLIL lesson there. Global issues. Class 4 and 5, We Are the World booklet, has a much more comprehensive approach to the global goals. In class 4, they look at caring for our planet, which is very appropriate for today. And in particular, pollution issues such as air pollution. There's a really nice activity, reading, comprehension, and a gap fill. Water pollution, again, there's another reading activity. And then there's an area to learn vocabulary, new vocabulary to sea creatures down here. It looks at climate change. And there's a nice reading there. And then the children have a table to complete about droughts and floods. Global warming and the greenhouse effect. And again, there's another reading comprehension, but again, you're looking at really important new vocabulary here: global warming, greenhouse effect, increases, decreases, gases, clouds, etc. So very, very complete there. It also has a strong focus on one of the goals, which is goal 14, life below water. In the You and Me Friends for Students book, there is a double page focus on all the global goals. Goal 14 is looked at in the booklet, and it's a focus on the oceans and its sea creatures and why they are essential to life on Earth. There is also an opportunity for the students to voice their opinion. If you remember earlier on, I talked about looking out for these little captions here, discussing class. So there's an opportunity for them to do a true or false activity and then talk about it in detail after. As a follow-up or an extension, there's a lovely activity that I found on Twinkle to repass target vocabulary. This actually looks at life below water, and basically it's all the vocabulary looked at, like marine, ocean, ecosystems. And the idea is for the children to identify what the word is and write it correctly. So it's just basically repassing that target language. However, these activities can be edited, or you can create your own on a simple PowerPoint or a Google presentation, something that works for you and your class. Looking at the booklet again, there is a CLIL science page as well that looks at animal classification. Let's see if I can find it quickly for you. Here we go. Animal classification. Again, it's nice to link it as well to the global goal 14. So there's lots there, lots of vocabulary, another link. And you can also go on as well and extend it. There are flashcards about sea creatures, and you can classify them as invertebrates or vertebrates. Find out where these sea creatures are in our oceans. So again, another opportunity for a CLIL geography lesson. And then they can find out if they are endangered by water pollution. So focusing on goal 14 and what type of water pollution that is. So again, lots of linguistic goals, sea creatures names, vertebrates, invertebrates, structures, they have, they are, some examples, they live. Okay, class 5. Class 5 looks at specifically the Agenda 2030 for sustainable development in detail, including its 5 Ps: people, prosperity, peace, partnership and planet. And what's really nice in the booklet for sustainable development, there's a lovely activity where after they've learned about all the global goals, because there are 17 of them, they're then grouped up. And what the children have to do is to put each theme to the group of goals. So they have to identify if it's about people, partnership, planet, peace and prosperity. The booklet goes on to look at bigger issues as well, such as bullying, and it's covered as a double page. And there's also citizenship, keeping safe on the internet, which I think is really important, and we really have to aim in on these issues. Digital citizenship, We Are the World 5 introduces the students to the concept of digital citizenship. They will become aware of information technology, being a good citizen and what it means to be a bad citizen, and actions to prevent cyberbullying and to identify what cyberbullying looks like. And there's a lovely opportunity to create and discuss an anti-cyberbullying manifesto. However, children can go on after a digital citizenship lesson to creating their own poster. Here's one that talks about what a good digital citizen would look like. So respecting themselves and others, standing up to cyberbullying when they see it happening, respecting copyright and intellectual property, carefully manage their digital footprint. It's important that they also know about what a carbon footprint is. So there's an opportunity to teach about carbon footprints before digital footprints, balancing the time they spend online, which is a huge issue today with our children, staying safe and protecting private information for themselves and others. As a plenary to citizenship lessons, there's a lovely science page I'm going to show you. So I've got all the booklets here. At the back, there's a lovely page here about planet Earth. Okay, very appropriate for today. It's dedicated to everything about Earth, it focuses on a reading comprehension and suggestions to what we can do as a good citizen to look after our planet. And what I really like is there's an opportunity for discussion. So what can we do to look after our planet? But down here, there's an opportunity to create a slogan to help our planet, or to make a poster, such as something like what you can see now, the power is in your hands. Or for our younger children, we can simply do an acrostic poem. I've put one up today for you because it's the 22nd of April, it celebrates Earth Day. So a simple acrostic poem, Earth is our planet. April the 22nd, we celebrate, reduce, reuse and recycle. Take pride in our planet, help to do your part. Doing a little each day helps. Animals and plants need our help. You can help every day. However, you can do a class acrostic poem together, working together for simple words or simple sentences for friends. I don't know, you might have friends, respect, inclusion, enjoy, etc. Working together, collaborating. It's all part of citizenship. When the children have done their projects, they've created their posters, they've done their poems, it's always great to do classroom displays. Fill up your corridors, fill up your classrooms with their work, because they do work hard on things that they enjoy doing, and we have to celebrate that as well. So I've got a lovely song for you that I found on YouTube, and it really does sum up this whole webinar for you. It talks about many of the issues that I've talked to you today in this webinar, and I'd like you to listen to it, because I think at the end of an academic year, it would be nice to learn as a class or as a year together. It's very, very simple.
We will make this world a better place to live, for we all have skills and talents we can give. Join hands and hearts together, we can do it, you will see. We will make this world a better place to be. We will help the poor and needy find their way. We will share our love with others every day.
Let's have a look. Okay, let's go down. Okay, now then, useful websites for information and resources. Don't think that you have to do it all. There is so much out there to help you. There are even set lesson plans. You can find it out there. A great site that most teachers I know use is Twinkle. It really is a godsend, we say, for busy teachers like yourself. And you will find information on there about the global goals. You'll find information there about friendship and maintaining friendships, keeping healthy, etc. It's all there. A lovely site as well is the world's largest lesson. Available resources, I believe, are in different languages as well, and it has online videos about the problems that our world faces. It looks at games, comics, and activity packs. Another site is actually a PDF. It's the Ocean Challenge. And basically, there are different levels, and primary children would be at level 1. And the students work through different challenges to earn badges. And it's about cleaning up our oceans, looking after issues such as water pollution as well. Go Goals is an interactive board game to help children understand the SDGs, how they impact our lives, and what they can do every single day to help achieve the 17 goals by 2030. So really, I mean, I've just put 4 things up there, but if you go out there, there is so much that you can find. So here we have it. You and me, friends, you've got from 1 to 5. There is a booklet in every You and Me Friends that's appropriate for the age level. Inside these student books, you will find real life issues. You will find natural English. There's a focus on CLIL and citizenship with integrated projects, storytelling, and lots of resources for you too. So thank you this afternoon for joining me. I really enjoyed putting it together for you, and I hope you've got something from it too. I hope to see you very soon in the future. Bye bye.